Let's work on graphing the system of equations. So assume I have 5x plus y equal 3 and 2x minus y equal 4. This symbol that I did, that means it's a system of equation. So to solve the system of equation by graphing, we are going to graph every single equation separate. So let's start. I guess I can take this one as a green color. So everything I work out with blue color, you know it's a 5x plus y equal 3. Everything I work out in green color, you know it's 2x minus y equal 4. So let's start with 5x. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, 5x plus y equal 3. I'm going to use slope-intercept method. Okay? So to use slope-intercept method, we have to bring to the format y is equal mx plus b, which means from here, from this equation, I have to find out how much y is. So y is equal negative 5x, right? I move this on this side. Negative 5x plus 3. All right? So 3 available term that doesn't have x is my slope. This is this b is slope. Is intercept. Which with coordinate 0 and b, and m is my slope. So here, negative 5, the coefficient of x is my slope, and 3, it's going to be my intercept, right? With coordinate 0, 3. So how I'm going to graph this equation? So let me see. Okay, and then another one. All right, so we always start with intercept. So what do we have? We have 0, 3 coordinate, right? Which means 1, 2, 3. This is going to be our intercept. Then slope is negative 5, which means it's the same thing. Slope is equal negative 5 over 1. So 5 is our rise. It's changing vertically, and the denominator is changing horizontally. So this negative 5 I can take as a, this negative I can take as a negative 5 over 1. I can take 5 over negative 1. It doesn't matter whatsoever. You will end up in the right spot on the graph. So now I'm taking negative 5 over 1, which means since the number in numerator, it's running vertically, so negative 1, meaning from this point 3, I'm going down because it's negative 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another one, 5. I arrive to negative 2. So keep in mind, you don't count from 0, you count starting from your intercept. So I came to negative 2, but this is not the end yet. I have to go also positive 1. Remember, that's horizontal. So positive 1, it's gonna be right here. So these 2 points, first point is your intercept, second point is your slope. And the graph is gonna look like, it's gonna go through these 2 points. There we go. All right. Next, we are going to build the green one. So 2x minus y is equal 4. We need to write down in the format mx plus b, which means if I move negative y here and 4 I move here, I will get 2x minus 4 is equal positive y, or y is equal to x minus 4. All right. And I am going, because I'm solving a system of equation by graphing, I'm going to build this equation, the graph of this equation on the same, the graph where I built the first one. So my intercept is going to be negative 4. So the coordinate is going to be 0, negative 4. And my slope is going to be 2 over 1. I put here 1. All right, let's start building with intercept, negative 4. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and this is, we have negative 4, right? It's always going to be vertically, this intercept. And then from there, I'm moving to slope. Slope, it says 2 over 1. So I'm going up by 2, 1 and 2. And then positive 1 horizontally. So I'm falling it in this point. So my graph is going to go through intercept and slope. So what do we get? This point, interception of these 2 graphs, it's going to be our solution, which is going to be x is 1, right? And y is negative 2. We always write down x first and y second. And here we have, okay? That's our first problem we solve. Moving to second one. So what do we have? Five x minus 2y is equal 10. Okay. 3x plus y is equal negative 5. All right. So we are going to solve this equation by graphing. Again, the same way we did with the previous case, we are going to solve separate and graph it. Again, I forgot to put green color, no problem. Okay. So let's start. 5x minus 2y is equal 10. So from here I need to find 2y. I'm moving, okay, negative 2y is equal negative 5x. So I'm moving on this side, will be negative, plus 10. Dividing by negative 2, because I need y by itself, right? Canceling this. This is going to be 1, this is going to be 5. And I am getting y is equal, it's going to be positive 5 over 2, because negative by negative is going to be positive. 5 over 2 minus 5. Because here we have positive divided by negative. So we end up with negative. All right, so let's graph. And then another one. So negative 5. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our intercept, right? Here it is, our intercept. So this is our first point for the graph. And then second point is going to be slope 5. It's positive 5, so I'm going up by 5. This is negative 5. If I go up by 5, I'm going to get to 0, right? And then I'm moving by positive 2. 1, 2. So this is our second point. So we came up by 5. And then positive 2. This is our second point. And the graph is going to look like this. This is point 1. Let me see, it could go better. Okay, that's good enough. Next one, solving the second one. 3x plus y equal negative 5. Y is equal, moving 3x on this side, gonna flip the sign. Negative 3x minus 5. So my intercept is gonna be negative 5. Here it is. And then I have negative 3 over 1. Okay, since I don't want to go further down by 3, I'm going to take 3 over the positive 3 over negative 1, which means I'm going to go up by 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go by negative 1, 2, 3, by negative 1, right here. Okay? And my graph is going to look like okay. There we go. We have it. So by graphing, we found the solution, which is going to be 0. First come x, right? X is 0 and y is negative 5. All right? Okay, next one. Okay, let me see what's going to be the next problem. It is going to be number 2, solving problem number 3. It is going to be y is equal negative 5x plus 1. And the other one is 4y plus 20x is equal 4. All right. So let's start with the blue one. Y is equal negative 5x plus 1. We don't have to do any changes here because we already have it in the format mx plus b, yes? All right. So let's build the graph. So my intercept is going to be 1. Here it is, positive 1. And then from there, I'm going down by 5. Let me write down, this is 1. And then down going by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. I arrive to negative 4. From 1 minus 5, arrive to negative 4. And then I have to go positive 1, right? Because negative 1 meaning negative 5, negative 5 meaning negative 5 over 1. So I'm going to positive 1. And this is my second point. So from 1, I went down by 5 and then positive 1. Those are my 2 points. Let me see. So this is one graph. Now let's solve the other graph. 4y plus 20x is equal 4. We need to find y. 4y is equal negative 20x. So I flip over this equal sign, will become negative. Every time you move any term over equal sign, it just changes the sign, that's all. Plus 4. And we divide by 4 because we need y, not 4y. So we are getting y is equal, this is gone, negative 5x and plus 1. All right, let's see, positive 1. Here we have positive 1 going negative 5x, meaning negative 5 over 1. Ah, look what is interesting. We are getting the same graph. Okay, which means we are going there, these graphs are going to overlap. What does that mean? We have many solutions. Many solutions. Okay? All right. Infinitely many solutions. Okay, that was easy. Question number 4. Okay, now we are going to solve system of equation algebraically. Just so you know, the system of equation you can solve by graphing and algebraically. So let's do it algebraically. 7x plus 4y is equal 56. X plus 2y is equal negative 2. So to solve system of equation algebraically, there are two methods. By method of substitution and method of addition. So in this case, we are going to use method of substitution. All right. So to find method substitution is the following. You need to find x or y from any of these equations, either from the first one or from the second one. Okay? And then we are going to plug the value of x or y we find, plug in the other equation. Let's do it. I'm choosing to work with problem number 2 because I have here x by itself. It's very convenient. So, let me see, x plus 2y is equal negative 2. I find from here x is equal, flipping over, negative 2y minus 2. All right, once I have it, I am going to plug the value of x into first one. So you can remember one thing, you cannot plug back to the equation from where you found that variable. Since I found this from the first one, I have to plug from the second one, I have to plug to the first one, which is going to be 7 times x is negative 2y minus 2 plus 4y equal 56. Okay, let's distribute. Okay, 7 times negative 2y, negative 14y, 7 times negative 2, negative 14, plus 4y is equal 56. All right, like terms, negative 14y plus 4y, it's going to be negative 10y, and that is equal, negative 14, I move here, I will get 56 plus 14. So negative 10y is equal, how much? 670. Which means, once we divide by negative 10 here, and my y is equal negative 7. So once I have y is negative 7, I can go back and plug here where my x is and find my x. So x is going to be equal, x is equal negative 2 times negative 7 minus 2. So that's going to be equal negative 2, negative 7, 14 minus 2. Why did I put here parentheses? I don't know myself. So at least I'm taking it off. So 14 minus 2, and x is equal 12. So the solution for this system of equation is going to be 12 and negative 7. So we always put x first and then y. Next one. Another method of substitution. This was number 4. Moving to number 5. Negative x plus 3y is equal negative 14. 6x minus y is equal 16. So we are going to use again substitution. Let's see which one we're going to work with. We can start with number 1 or number 2. Number 2, we start with number 2. I have to find out y, because y is by itself. If I work with number 1, I am going to work with x. So let me pick the second one, work with y. Or okay, in the previous case we worked with second equation. Let's work now with first one. Okay, that's fine. So negative x plus 3y equal negative 14. So from here, negative x is equal 3y. I'm moving over. Negative 3y, negative 14. Since I'm going to get positive x, I need to divide by negative 1. And my x is going to be equal positive 3y plus 14. Okay, this is my x. Now let's plug in the second one because we worked with the first one. I'm going to plug in the second one. So what am I going to get? 6 times 3y plus 14, right? I'm plugging the value of this x into 6x here, minus y is equal 16. So distributing 18y plus 84 minus y is equal 16. Like terms, we get 17y, and these are also two like terms. I move 84 on this side. It's going to be negative 84 plus 16. Yes? So 17y, it's going to be equal, how much? 14 minus 6 is 8. 7 minus 1 is 68. And the y is going to be equal negative 4. Once I have y negative 4, I'm going to plug to this x. So x is going to be equal from here 3 times my y is negative 4 and then plus 14. X is equal negative 12 plus 14. Gee, again I put parentheses. So x is equal positive 2. So the answer for this case it's going to be 2 and negative 4. We always put x first and then y second. All right, moving to next problem. One over 2x minus 1 over 8y is equal 5. And the second one, 4 over 5x plus 2/3 y equal 8. Since here we are dealing with fractional equations, we are going to bring to common denominator and drop it. And right after this video, I'm going to record how to solve fractional equations. So whoever is having hard time can go back in that solution of fractional equations and learn how to do it. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to solve it here. So one thing, let me do some drafting a little bit on this side. If I write down here x over 4 is equal 3 over 4. So from here, so make this equal sign valid, my x has to be equal 3, right? Because since denominators are same, then numerators also have to be same. Another example, if I have 5 over 11 is equal x over 11, that means my x has to be equal 5. So to validate this equal sign, yes? Because if denominator is equal, then numerator also has to be equal. So, but if I have 3 over 8 is equal x over 7, can you insist that x is equal 3? Absolutely not. Why? Because our denominators are not the same, right? So what does that mean? What conclusion we can draw? What I can do here, every time when my denominator is the same, I can drop the denominator, like right here, and read the numerator that is equal to each other. X is equal 3. See here also same thing. In this case also I can drop denominator and read the numerator 5 is equal x. Same thing. Now I'm going to apply this principle to my system of equations, which means I'm going to bring absolutely all terms in the H equation to the same common denominator and then drop these denominators. One thing is crucially important. You can apply this method only to equations. You do not dare to apply this method to expression. If I have, let's say, 4 over 5 plus x over 5, you do not cancel this. You do not touch it because you have only expression, not equation. And what's the difference between expression and equation? Equation has equal sign. Expression has only some expression without the equal sign. And the difference is when you have equation, you can solve it. Find out how much x is. When you have expression, all you can do is simplify. That's it. You cannot find how much x is or y is or any variable as a matter of fact. Are we clear? Well, definitely hope so. So, I'm going to bring to common denominator first equation and then second one. 1 over 2 x. Well, x times x, it's the same thing if I write down on the top. Minus, I can write down y over 8 because it's 1 over 2 times x. It's the same thing. 1 over 2 times x over 1. And that will be equal x over 2. So it's every time multiplication by x or y, with fraction, you just move to numerator, just like I did here. Equal 5. Right. So, what is common denominator? 2 and 8. It's going to be 8, right? To bring to common denominator, this 2, I have to multiply by 4 to bring to 8. And the same change I'm doing to numerator. Whatever change you do to denominator, you have to do same change to numerator. So here I'm not touching because we have already 8. I'm going to divide by 8 here, multiply by 8 here. So we have 8, 8, and 8. Okay, second one, 4x over 5 plus 2y over 3 equal 8. 5 and 3. Common denominator is going to be 15. For the students who are having hard time to find common denominator, please go to my basic math playlist and find there, watch the video of GCD and LCM. That's where you will see how to find common denominator. Okay? So, if common denominator is 15, that means here I need to multiply by 3. Same thing I'm doing here. Here I need to multiply by 5. Same thing I'm doing here. 8 is over 1, so I have to multiply by entire 15. What do I get? In the 15, 15, 15. I can drop it, right? And the same thing with the first equation. I have here 8, 8, and 8. I can drop it. And as a result, I'm going to get, let me clean all this drafting. We don't need this anymore. So I will get 4x minus y is equal 40, and 12x plus 10y is equal 90. Okay, and we need to use the method of substitution. Problem number 6. Method of substitution. So let's find from the first problem y, because only in this equation we have the variable by itself. So that is going to be 4x minus y is equal 40. So I'm moving y here and 40 move here. I will get 4x minus 40 equal y. Okay, so I got this y. Now I'm going to move the value of this y. I'm going to plug into this second one, right? Here. This is our first equation. So, and I will get 12x plus 10 times 4x minus 40, I'm plugging instead of y, equal 90. Let's solve it. Distributing here, 12x plus 40x minus 400 equal 90. 12x plus 40x, like terms, it's going to be 52. And that is equal 400 bringing here. 52x equal 400 plus 90. So 52x is equal 490. So if I divide 490 by 52, we are getting fraction. Interesting. I'm wondering if I possibly made some mistake somewhere. Let's check together. Okay? Let's see where possibly I could do silly mistakes. Do you think only you do silly mistakes? Come to me. I also sometimes I am looking but not seeing. So let's double check. So 1/2 of x minus 1/8 of x equal 5. So denominator is 8. Here I multiply by 4. Here I don't touch it. Multiply by 8. 4x minus y equal 40. Very good. Second one. Let me see if I wrote down problem also. 1/2 minus 1/8 equal 5. 4 over 5x plus 2 over 3y equal 8. Okay, I wrote down problem correct. So 5 and 3, second one, 15 is common denominator. So 3 and 3, 12x plus 10y equal 8 times 5 is 40. 8 in mind. Found it. 120. 8 times 15, 120. All right. So once I plug here, I'm going to get here 120. This is also 120. We are going to get completely different result now. All right. And plus 120. We are getting beautiful number, which is 520. So x from here is equal 10, right? Okay, once we have 10, here is my y. I can plug here to get my y. Let's see. 4x minus 40 equal y. So 4 times 10 minus 40 equal y. Y is equal 0. 40 minus 40 is 0. All right. So the answer is going to be 10, comma, 0. And that is going to be our solution. Okay? All right. Moving to question number 7. Question number 7. Nine x plus 5y equal 25. Next, 3x plus 7y equal 38. Uh, 3x plus 7y equal 35. Okay. And we are going to solve this method by addition / elimination. All right, what is addition and elimination? You practically eliminating one variable, end up with linear equation with one variable and solve it. Let me show you. So I have 9x, 3x. Here I have 5y and 7y. This is what I'm going to do. I need to bring them, either x or y, to the level when I add these two equations, I can get rid of either x or y. How I'm going to do this? Very simple. So before I do this, let me do some drafting, explain to you. If I have x is equal, it's too thick, x is equal, let me see, I can do it better way, hold on. 2x plus 3 is equal 5. Yes? I'm going to multiply the whole, can I multiply the whole equation, let's say, by 4? Yes, I can. I'm multiplying the whole equation by 4. As long as you do the same change to every single term of equation, then you can do it. So 4 times 2x, it's going to be 8x plus 12 is equal 20. Can I do that? Absolutely, I can do that, because then later, whenever I want, I can divide this equation by 4 everywhere and get back to my 2x plus 3 equal 5. Okay? So, which means, why am I saying this? Which means I can multiply entire equation, be it first one, multiply by some number in entire equation number 2. So in this case, let's say I decided to get rid of x's. So I'm going to bring to the number, one going to be positive, one going to be negative. So when I add, they will cancel each other. Let's see, 9 and 3. I have to bring, let's say, 3x to the level of 9. How can I do that? And I need negative 1. So this 3x, I'm going to multiply by negative 3. I will get, if I multiply, I will get negative 9x. Well, accordingly, I'm going to multiply the entire equation as I mentioned here, right? So let's see what we get. 9x, and one more thing. When you multiply one equation by number, it doesn't mean you have to multiply the other equation also by that number. So we get negative 9x plus 5y equal 25. Second one will be negative 9x minus 21y is equal 35 times 3. It's negative. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 in mind. 3 times 3 is 9. And 1 is 10. Negative 105. Okay, look what we got. Positive x, negative x. Its method is addition. I'm going to add, and this is how I'm going to get rid of this x. Let me use red color so it would be understandable. There we go. And as a result, we are going to get negative 21y plus 5. It's going to be negative 16y. And that is equal negative 105 minus 25. It's going to be 80. So if we divide by negative 16, it's going to be 5, right? Y is equal 5. Okay. 5 times 6 is 33 in mind. 5 times 1 is 5 and 3, 80. So, okay, we are good. So we got y. Next, now in this case, I'm going to plug back, and I can plug into either equation. The first one or second one, doesn't matter. Okay? Let me get rid of this drafting here. All right? So what am I going to get? Let me see where I want to plug in. I'm going to plug to the second one. I'm plugging to this second one. And I'm getting 3x plus 7 times 5 instead of y, right? It's equal 35. So 3x plus 35 is equal 35. When you have the same number on different sides of equal sign, that means you can cancel them, because if you move one to another, it's going to be cancelled anyway. So we get 3x is equal 0 and x is equal 0. And the solution for this one is going to be 0 and 5. And we are done. Moving to question number 8. So what do we have? 2s plus 3t is equal 13. Next, 5s minus 6t is equal 1. And we need to apply method of addition elimination. Addition, or we call also elimination, it's the same thing. Because elimination, because we are getting rid of one of these variable, and by addition, right? Okay, so which one we're gonna work with? I wanna work with the get rid of plus minus the free t and negative 6t, because all I have to do 3t multiplied by 2 and I will get positive 6t, and in the second one there is negative 6t already. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by 2. First one, second one. All right, what do we get? We get 4s plus 6t equal 26. Second one, 5s minus 6t equal 1. So we are adding. This is gone. And we are getting 9s is equal 27. S is equal 3. Once we got S, where I'm going to plug, let me see, I'm plugging in the second one. You can plug in the first one, no difference. So 5s, or 5 times 3 actually, because we have x, minus 6t, it's equal 1. So we get 15 minus 6t is equal 1. So I don't want to deal with negative sign. I'm moving negative 6t on this side of equal sign. It will be positive. And this one I'm moving here will be negative. So we get 15 minus 1 is equal positive 6t. Right? So what we are going to get here? We are going to get 14 is equal 6t, and we divide by 6. We divide by 6 because we need to get t, right? Not 6. This is gone. And this one, 14 and 6, I can reduce by 2. This will be 3. This will be 7. So my t is equal 7 over 3. Now, when we have x and y, we know that first comes x, second comes y in the solution. How do we know in this case? Based on alphabet, first come the O, P, Q, R, S, T. First come S, so we put S first. Second comes T, we put second, 7 over 3. And we are done with question number 8. Moving to question number 9. What do we have? 5 over 2x plus 7 over 2y equal negative 9. And then 7x plus 3 over 4y is equal 11. And we have to use addition elimination. Addition elimination. All right, let's first of all bring to a common denominator and drop it, right? So we get 5x here over 2 plus 7y over 2 equal negative 9. So common denominator is 2, which means I don't touch 5x over 2, 7y over 2. I touch only here 2 and 2. Second one, common denominator is going to be 4, right? For the second one, second equation, which means 7x plus 3y over 4 equal 11. So what we are doing, common denominator is this 4, which means here is 4, multiply 4, here is 4, here is 4. So 4, 4, 4, we drop it, 2, 2, 2, we drop it. And we are going to get clean equation. Let me make this red color thin, otherwise it's kind of too thick. Yeah, drop this and we drop this. So this is better, otherwise some numbers you couldn't see through this. All right, we are getting practically 5x plus 7y equal negative 18, and 28x plus 3y, we are getting 44. All right, let's see what we are going to get rid of it. Well, numbers are not good. 5x, 28x, there is no number, so we need to multiply by each other, or 7y, 3y. It's 7, since 7 and 3 are smaller numbers, so I'm going to work with y rather than x. Which means, since 7 and 3, there is now no number in common that you can divide by 7 or divide by 3. That means we need to multiply both equations. In this one, let's say this one I multiply by negative 3. So instead of 7y, I will get negative 21y. Okay. And the second one multiply by 7, so I can get positive 21y. Why I choose 3 negative? Just for the heck of it. You can choose the second one. 7, you can choose negative. But the matter of fact is, I have to get 1 positive, 1 negative. So to cancel it, right? When I add them. Okay, negative 15x minus 21y, it's going to be equal. Negative and negative positive, it's going to be 54. Yes? Now 28 times 7 is 56, 5 in mind, 14 and 5, 19. 196x plus 21y is equal 44 times 7. 7 times 4, 28. 2 in mind. 7 times 4, 28. And 2, it's going to be 30. 308. Let's see. So when I add, what's going to happen is 21 and the positive and negative 21 is gone. So 196x minus 15x, because my 15 is negative. So we subtract. So it's going to be 6 minus 5 is 1. And here we get 181x. And in this case, we get 4 times 8 is 12. 5 plus 0 is 5. And 1 we have 6. And 362. And x is going to be equal precisely 2. Very good. So let's find y from here. All right. So to find y, I'm going to plug my x to the first one. This one. Let me clean this drafting. So I'm going to plug to first one. Okay. So I will get 5 times 2 plus 7y is equal negative 18. So 10. By the way, you could go back and plug either this fraction but in this fraction. But why? Why make my life complicated and work with fraction when I can work with no fractional equation, right? Because they are identical. I arrive from this fraction anyway. So 10 plus 7y is equal negative 18. This 10 flipping here will be negative 10. Negative 18 minus 10. So 7y is equal negative 28. And y is equal negative 4. So our answer is going to be x is 2, y is negative 4. And that is the solution. This answer, by the way, will satisfy both the first one and the second one. If you plug, you can check and see. Next one, question number 10. So 5x plus 8y equals 6. And second one is x plus 2y equal negative 2. X plus 2y is equal negative 2. All right. So we are using method of substitution here. For method of substitution, obviously, finding this x, it's the best in our interest, right? It's easy to do that. So this is problem number 2. This is problem number 1. So we are working with number 2. X plus 2y is equal negative 2. And x is equal negative 2y minus 2. Once positive 2y I'm flipping on this side will become negative. All right, next I'm plugging in the first one because I found from the second. Now I have to plug in the first one. So this is going to be 5 times negative 2y minus 2 plus 8y equal 6. So let's distribute. Negative 10y minus 10 plus 8y is equal 6. This is going to be negative 2y and negative 10. I'm moving on this side, will be positive 10 plus 6. Negative 2y is equal 16 and y is equal negative 8. All right, once we have the y is equal negative 8, I'm going to plug this y is equal negative 8 in this case to find x. So x is equal negative 2 times negative 8 minus 2. And x is equal negative 2, negative 8 is going to be positive 16, and minus 2, we are getting 14. And our answer is 14 and negative 8. All right, question number 11. Negative x plus 4y equal negative 11, and 4x minus y equal 14. We are applying method of substitution. There we go. Okay, let's this time work with problem number 1. So find out x from there. Negative x plus 4y is equal negative 11. Negative x is equal 4y moving here equal negative 4y minus 11. And since I need x by itself, I'm going to divide by negative 1 here, negative 1 here, negative 1 here. And my answer will be x is equal positive 4y plus 11. All right, so I'm going to plug these to second equation. All right, instead of x, 4 times, instead of x we plug 4y plus 11 minus y is equal 14. So once we distribute, we are going to get 16y plus 44 minus y equal 14. 16y minus y is 15y. So this 44 I'm moving here, which will be negative 44 plus 14. So 15y is equal negative 30, and y is equal negative 2. Okay, plugging this negative 2 in this x to find x, and x is equal 4 times negative 2 plus 11. So x is equal 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 11 is positive 3. So my solution is going to be 3 and negative 2. Okay? Question number 12. I have 4x minus 3 over 5x equal negative 23. 3 over x over 4 plus 3y is equal 55 over 4. All right. So what is common denominator here going to be for the first one? 5, right? So let's see what we are going to do. Which means here we are going to, common denominator is 5. We divide by 5 and multiply by 5. Second one we don't touch because we have already 5. Here we divide by 5, multiply by 5. Let's work with second one. X over 4 plus 3y. Well, we can put over 1 for now. 54 55 over 4. Common denominator is 4, right? Which means the second one multiplied by 4 in top and bottom. Okay. So, in the first equation, we have 5, 5, 5, dropped it. Second equation, 4, 4, 4, dropped it. And the result we get, let me write down here, 4x times 5 is 20x minus, okay, I caught mistake. This is y. I guess you were wondering, huh? Waiting until I catch that mistake. 3y. Okay, minus 3y equal negative 5 times 3, 15, 10, 11. Okay, second one, x plus 12y is equal 55. All right, which method we are going to apply? Substitution. Well, for substitution, there is only one choice I have here. Choose second one because x is by itself, right? All right. So x is equal negative 12y plus 55 from second one. Let me plug this to the first one. 20 times negative 12y plus 55 minus 3y equal negative 115. Okay, so 20 times negative 12, it's going to be negative 240y plus 55 times 12, it's going to be 55 times 210 and 0, 1100 and minus 3y equal negative 115. Gee, we are facing big numbers. Well, we can make it. So negative 240y and negative 3y will be negative 243y. Yes? Because negative, negative, you need to add and keep negative sign. 1100 we are moving here. Negative 1100 minus 115, which means negative 243y is equal negative, let's see, 5, 1, 2, 1, 1215. Okay. Hopefully we can divide without any decimal notation. 1215 divided by 243. Precisely 5. Excellent. Negative 243. And our x is y is equal positive 5. Once we have y is equal positive 5, we are going to plug it into this second equation here, number 2, where x is. We need to find x, right? So x is equal negative 12 times 5 and plus 55. And x is going to be equal negative 12 times 5. It's going to be negative 60. Negative 60 plus 5 is negative 55. It's going to be negative 5. So the answer is negative 5 and positive 5. Okay? Number 12. Let's solve number 13. 1 over 3x minus 1 over 12x is equal 4. Second one is 3/4 of x plus 4/5 of y equal 9. And we need to solve with method of substitution. Let's simplify. You never want to substitute in the fraction. Let's get rid of fraction and then simplify. So in the first one, x over 3 minus x over 12. Again, everything I put x. I must be tired. Okay. So 3, 12, common denominator gonna be 12, right? Which means this 3 multiplied by 4, multiplied by 4. This 4 doesn't have denominator, so by 12, by 12. Let's move to the second one. 3x by 4 plus 4y by 5 equal 9. Well, it's by 1, right? So 4 and 5, common denominator is 20, which means times 5 times 5 times 4 to get 20. Here we have all entire 20 because there is no denominator in there. So let's see, first one. 12, 12, 12, dropping out of window. Second one, 20, 20, 20, following first one, dropping out of window. And as a result, we get clean equation without any fraction. So that will be 4x minus y is equal 48, and 15x plus 16y. That will be 180. All right, first one, second one. Well, I see first one has y by itself, so I'm going to work with first one. So, negative y is going to be equal negative 4x plus 48, right? So dividing by negative 1 everywhere. We get y is equal 4x minus 48. All right? So next thing, we are going to plug in the second one. Since we work with first one, we need to plug in the second one. So plugging to the second, what we get? 15x plus 16 times 4x minus 48 equal 180. So what do we get? 15x distributing will be plus 64x minus, okay, here for the to do it quick, I'm going to use calculator. Otherwise I would multiply. I just don't want to hold you back. 768 equal 180. All right. 15x, 64x, those common like terms, it's going to be 79x equal, so flipping this on this side, 768 plus 180. And that is going to be 948. So I'm curious if we get whole number if we divide. Bingo. If we divide by 79, we are going to get 12. Our x is equal precisely 12. All right. Let's plug to the first one, this one, to find y. So y will be equal 4 times 12 minus 48. So, wow, y is equal 0. Okay, we can take that. The answer is 12 and 0. We solve 2 more and I will be done. Question number 14. Five x minus y is equal 19. 2x plus 4y is equal 34. All right. And we are going to apply any method. What do you think? Which method would work? My favorite one is elimination and addition. Especially I see here negative y and positive 4y, which means easily I multiply just 4 here and I'm done. I will get negative 4y. So I'm using addition. You can use whichever you want, addition or substitution. So 20x minus 4y equal 4 times 9, 36, 76. And 2x plus 4y equal 34. So once I add, this is going to be gone. And I will get 22x equal 110. And x will be equal easily 5. Okay, I'm going to plug this x where? Let me plug to this one. 2 times 5 plus 4y equal 34. 4y is equal, this 10 I'm moving here, 34 minus 10. And I'm getting 4y is equal 24, y is equal 6. There. Answer is 5 and 6. And the very last one, problem number 15, I will solve it and I will be done. Four x plus 7y is equal 27, and 3x plus 4y is equal 9. Let's use any method we want. I am choosing, like I said, it's my favorite one, addition, elimination. So, what am I going to do? So I have 7y, 4y, 4x, 3x. Let me work with x's, which means this one I'm multiplying by 3, this one, second one I'm multiplying by negative 4. So get here 12x, here I will get negative 12x. So 12x plus 21y equal 27. Negative 12x, negative 16y equal negative 27. Okay. What we are getting here? X and x is gone. Also 27, negative 27 is gone. And we are getting 21y minus 16y is equal 5y equals 0. Y is equal 0. Okay, we can take that. So let's plug to the second one here. Okay. Let me change the color. Okay. All right. So plugging to the second one, 3x plus 4 times 0 equal 9, which means 3x is equal 9, x is equal 3. And the solution is 3 and 0. There we go. Okie dokie. Thank you for watching. If you have questions or if there is any problem you want me to solve, you can post in the comments and I'll gladly do that. See you in next video.